What is something that you feel like is the most inspirational story that you could share with someone who might be on the fence about getting involved?
Especially if you're a new person, always just enjoy it. I look back at all my other 48-hour festivals, and I just remember how much fun I had. Yeah. Just the little roles. I mean, I've had several just cameo roles where I just walk up. One role, I was literally trying to enter a club, and the guy said, "You're not on the list," and I was thrown to the curb. And we did take after take of me falling, diving to the curb. And then we got the close-up, and I'm like, good, I don't have to fall. And a guy walked by, and he's like, man, I liked it better when you fell. And that's just the thing. I just have so much fun doing these parts and being involved with all the different elements. And then in the end, your experience is so much better than being really worried about a timeline and being worried about, oh, no, I got to shoot and I got to shoot. Let's just enjoy it, and if we found it, we found it. Maybe you realize I didn't need that shot. That was just fun, extra stuff to do later, but it wasn't necessary for this film in general.
I would say put yourself out there and just do your best, have fun, and you'll grow. Just make yourself vulnerable. My first year in SATO, I thought I did terribly, just awful, and I was nominated for Best Actress, and that was so encouraging, and I got a lot of really good feedback. So yeah, just put yourself out there and do your best and have fun.
Basically, just make something that you're proud of. So don't worry about pleasing people in the crowd. Don't worry about censoring yourself or even pleasing the judges. Just go in it just to be proud of something that you make. And if you get recognized for it, then that's better. That's awesome.
I think that's probably the biggest mistake I made my first year is I was so focused on the inspiration package like to a T. When I found out you can get creative and
they're just guidelines.
Yeah, but I mean you know what I'm saying. Like I was one to please the judges. I wanted to do it, but looking back, it's like you just have to have fun and be passionate about it and not stress out. Yeah, because looking back, I mean you want to have a good time and.
Yeah. And then you go on the screenings and you realize how much, that's the thing is if you enjoy yourself and you have so much fun, you're going to go to these screenings and you're going to realize people are going to know, boy, that was fun. I really wish I could have done that. And maybe I'll do that next year. And I've watched all the other projects and I'm like, man, that would have been fun too. That would have been fun,
And like a subjective was the word I was going to say. Some of it is a little subjective. So I think that's really what I like to challenge myself each and every year is to, push it a little harder and get a little more creative with those guidelines too.
And you're saying have fun with it. Do something that you're passionate about. Like make the story. Make a film that you would want to watch. Is what I've always been told.
That you would want to make.
That you would want to make. That you would want to watch. And I think if you're passionate about whatever you're making, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And if only one person enjoys it, then that's a success.
There's always an audience for everybody.
There is.
And that's a very good point because I actually wanted to jump into that next of having someone that really enjoys that experience because we've all seen at least one person enjoy what we put out there, right? No matter if we think it's junk or not. I know last year it's funny because, Chris, it seemed like you were really tired and after one of the screenings, I was so amped. It was like I was on cocaine because I was running out. We're like, Chris, man, it was so good. It was great. And I love this part and that. Feeding off of that, do you think that lifts you up, even if it's one person who's like this deranged guy and you're like, all right, I don't know where you're coming from, man. Nice. That is something that kind of inspires you to carry on, right?
Yeah, I think the best feeling I've ever had was the first year we were Event Horizon Films. Someone at the after party came up to me and was quoting one of our lines. Like that was the best feeling in the world. Like one of our jokes that we just improv'd on the spot. They were quoting it to me. I was like, that is a good feeling.
Yeah, I actually had a famous. I say famous. Yeah, he's a famous actor. Find my SATO48 film on YouTube last year. And he was quoting the damn line from my film. He said he thought it was hilarious. And I'm like, how the heck did you find my film? And he's like, I was looking up 80s reviews or something, 80s review films or something like that. And he was working on a podcast or vlog or something like that. And I thought that was awesome.
Paul, what's been like the craziest fan interaction that you've had? Or it might not be a fan, it could be someone from the crew. And in a good way, something that totally came out of left field and surprised you.
Yeah, so I mentioned that I like to experiment with a little bit of everything, every department of the process. So there was one year that every year there's a poster design competition with it. I have never taken a graphic design course in my life. I don't know anything about it. But the one year that I really tried it, entered it, ended up winning first. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to win at all, and like I didn't even go to the award ceremony that year because I didn't expect to really get recognized for anything.
Took a picture of his award and was like,
Yeah,
I
I was
like
like,
keeping
wow.
this thing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I think I remember.
So I mean, you should just try it. Give it a shot, and you might get recognized for it, like I did. Never know.